DNA, we back again around Easter. Happy Easter to those of you that do celebrate for whatever reason you celebrate it. If it's the religious, if it's the rabbit, whatever it is. Just that for y'all. And a personal note, I just want to express my condolences to the family of Fife Dog who passed this week. Uh, Tribe Called Quest, y'all hold it down. He will be missed. Definitely a positive influence in the game. Again.
Well, I'm not talking about my weight because I have not done it. It's just been a week, so when I finally get a scale, then we'll talk about my weight. But I'm still eating right. I haven't walked this week, but I've been running like crazy, so I'm still doing stuff. I'm getting because it's spring now. I'm cleaning and getting stuff out and spring cleaning. And that's it for that.
Well, speaking of spring cleaning, it is primary election season, 2016. A couple of 2 or 3 candidates out there trying to make a bid for the presidency. One in particular on the Democratic side is a one Mrs. Hillary Clinton. Your thoughts?
I don't want there to be a woman president because we need a woman president. I think that everyone should have a chance to prove themselves. And as far as it being Hillary Clinton, I mean, I wish there was another woman running as well. I think that it should be more women wanting to do this. There was a woman before. I guess she dropped out. I haven't kept close tabs on it. But as far as there being a woman president, I would love to see a woman president. It's like I enjoyed seeing a black president. There's always been white presidents. I'm glad there was a black president. Showing that times are changing or times should be changing. Well, as far as there being a woman president, I don't want there to be a woman president just because it's time for a woman president. If she has what it takes to be a president or be our president, then great. Women are emotional creatures, and I think that's one of the reasons why they don't want a woman president. I think I think we need a little bit of that. Not always, but I think we need a little bit of that. Now, does she got enough around her, or going to have enough around her where it's going to be enough men around her to keep her from crying? But I think that there should be a woman president eventually. I can't speak as far as Hillary is concerned because I don't know her. I don't know what she'll do once she get in office. A lot of them say they're going to do this and for this, but then they get in office and you don't see none of that. I think she'll try. I actually think she might be great. But as far as a woman president, I think there should only be a woman president because she's qualified. What do you think?
I feel the person that should be in the presidential office is a person who is actually in tune with the times, in tune with the pulse of America. Somebody that does not have, a hidden criteria or agenda. I don't think it should be somebody who's going to come in and basically just follow the procedure of doing political favors for conglomerates, corporations,
So
Wall Street.
You think that's what she'll do? Or do you think she'll be different?
This is
whoever she would be. We're not going to say it's going to be Hillary. We'll say a woman president.
This is something that all of them go through. It's all about it's all about back scratching and favor doing. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. And that's the problem with the political system in my eyes. I feel like you got too many people backing these political candidates with big money because they want big favors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want a bill passed, if you want a law, you know, reconstructed or something like that.
Well, what
You
about the
know,
ones who
you
don't
get,
need the money?
there is no such thing as somebody that doesn't need the money.
No, no. What I'm saying is
You know what I'm saying?
that
I mean,
the backing.
okay, no. For instance, you got Hillary Clinton, you got Donald Trump
Mm-hmm.
right now. A lot of people project Trump to be, you know, the candidate for the Republican Party.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like Donald Trump because he's brash, he's outspoken,
He's actually a lot of stuff that I like.
But the problem is, he thinks and says what a lot of people feel, you know,
mm-hmm.
and the problem is that's not the game of politics.
Right, it's not.
You understand?
He's changed changing. For him.
He wants to change the game, but the problem is, this game was set up.
Yeah.
Long before he got there.
I agree.
You understand? Like Monopoly, okay? You can't take Monopoly and play the game differently.
Right.
You can only play it according to the rules.
Right.
You know, Trump is always quick to talk about how he don't have nobody backing him. He doing this, he doing that. And that's true. He has his own money.
Right.
You know, so he don't need a lot of favors.
Right.
But the problem is, you can't say whatever's on your mind. When you're a politician, you have to be politically correct. You just can't open your mouth and let anything fall out of it. You understand? A lot of people like him because they say, he say what he want to say. Yeah, guess what? I got news for all of y'all in America. I don't care how many of y'all vote for Donald Trump. You understand? If the powers that be don't want him to be the president, he will not be the president.
Right.
You don't believe me? I remember a presidential race some years ago where a fellow named Bush had clearly lost the race. It was already announced on a major network that Al Gore had won, and in Florida, somehow something got messed up and they had to do a recount, and after Gore had won officially on every other network, the one network who he happens to have some kind of ties with, I'm not going to say what the network was. I'm just going to say it's the name of an animal. And they declared that Bush had won the second election. And everybody in America knows that Bush stole that second election. So regardless of what the people say, they do what they want anyway. Okay, Congress is just a fraternity. Basically, they sit around and they decide who's going to do this and who's going to do that, you know. And you can look up different things and different sites on YouTube and things like that. And there are people who were actually officials and were in this, you know, and found this out. You know, it's a inner circle.
Right.
And if you're not in that inner circle, then you're not gonna make it. So, in terms of Hillary being the president, for one, a lot of people feel like, oh, well, she was already the president twice. For real. You know, because, I mean, the president is the most important single political figurehead in the United States. He has a wife.
Right.
Every man on the planet, and I don't care what you say, happy wife, happy life. Okay? He will take advice from his wife. He gonna listen to his advisors. He gonna listen to the Secretary of Defense. He gonna listen to his military. He gonna listen to all of those people. And then at night, it's that pillow talk. You know, and that generally helps a man make his decision. You know, be it for, against, pro, con, yay, nay, whatever. You know, but the union of a marriage is so strong, so powerful, and so sacred that her opinion, as is his opinion, is important to the other one.
Right.
And that is always taken into consideration. You know, so do I think we should have a woman president? women tend to get emotional. Women tend to get more emotional than men because they do go through, you know,
well, she might not be
that phase. Well, and then it's something different. You know, you go through that phase, that monthly phase, and then when you don't, then you hit menopause. You know, now.
So you're telling me that it's because she might.
I don't know. I do know. I have almost seen head spinning, vomit, projectile vomiting. I've been scared to come in the house, that kind of thing. Went around women on this particular cycle. Now, I say this, and it's taking some cheap shots. It isn't just, but I really don't know. I mean, a lot of people are and have been worried, about a woman's emotional state, but for her to be in the position she's in, to me, I feel like she's displayed that, she got the moxie to do what it takes. Some people don't want to see a woman president because they have a problem with women as authority figures. Some people don't want to see a woman president because they just don't want to see a woman in office. Some people don't want to see a woman president because they say, my goodness, well, we gave y'all a black president.
They didn't want to see women working.
You got one of those.
If it wasn't for us going to work, a lot of stuff would have failed.
Well, I got news for every narrow-minded man on the planet. For whatever reason.
The thing is, they're scared because we can multitask.
I can tell you this much. And I was really supposed to be, the con in this. But coming from a single-parent home, raised by my mother was the referee, the authority, the police, the provider, the counselor,
Because we can multitask.
Exactly. She had to deal with 3 individual boys on her own. Her relationship with each one of us was completely different. Her relationship with us as a unit was different. So, I mean, do I feel like she has the capability? A woman can house and deliver life. Literally. A man can't do that.
That's why y'all make bombs.
Yeah. We know how to destroy stuff, And I mean, it does take a man too, as well, but our job is so much easier in the creative process.
Right.
Where the actual creation, we don't get backaches, sore feet, swelling. We don't get all that. Some of us do get sympathy, pains, and things like that, which I completely and totally respect because I had morning sickness with 2 wives, and it made me look at y'all in a completely different light. I'm telling you, it made me. I mean, I salute y'all. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, my kids
I couldn't do it
too.
I really couldn't do it. But we won't know until,
So she's in there.
We won't know it. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because
and they're gonna try to sabotage
he
her
won,
as well.
or she won. Don't necessarily mean nothing. Like I said, that Bush thing showed.
Right.
They do what they want to do. So
I figure give her a chance and see what happens, because 4 years. You ain't gotta give her 8, but 4 years and see what happens.
It's not even about 4 years. It's about. Like I said, it's a fraternity. They want to take turns. The Republicans want to run it. The Republicans want to run this. The Democrats want to run this. They politicians. Most politicians, well, no, I'm sorry. A lot of politicians are lawyers. All lawyers are liars. Period. Okay? You have to manipulate the truth.
Right.
Which makes you a liar.
Right.
Okay? Anything other than the truth as the truth, unequivocal, is a lie.
Right.
That's what we taught. When lawyers come out of, when they first come in, they have to work as a prosecuting attorney and a defense attorney.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my proof comes from with, you have to lie because to get your client off, your job as a lawyer is to do everything in your power.
Right.
To fight the good fight and get them off. And sometimes you have to manipulate the law. Sometimes you have to, there may be an infraction or something overlooked.
Right.
So the whole political process, when they start out, they slinging mud at each other. Then when it's the last man or woman standing, where it's a head-to-head, then everybody else, the same person that you was just slinging mud at last week, you endorsing them.
Mm-hmm.
So that shows you the hypocrisy of politics.
Yep.
Basically the game is rigged. So, what can we do?
No, nobody's gonna believe that.
Of course not. But that's my take on it.
I say give her a chance.
Yeah. And by the way, if I just mysteriously disappear after this, y'all know what it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, I ain't killed myself.
Oh, no. I'm not killing myself. I said if I mysteriously disappear. Because certain factions don't want you to know about,
Everybody knows this. It's that the people, they don't want you to say it.
Yeah. It's like the elephant in the room. If you done with that.
I'm done with that.
Then I'm done with that. And like I said, my condolences to the family of Phife Dawg. Tribe Called Quest, huge influence in hip hop in the 90s when I was coming up. And, another icon gone and you will be missed. Also, to the family of Gary Shandling, comedian, he passed as well, during this week. So, condolences to him, his family, and, y'all stay up. So, subscribe. Check us out.
Leave some comments.
Let's see what you got to say about what we got to say.
Right.
Let's get it in. Until then, we'll see y'all next time. Y'all be good to each other, DNA. We're signing off.